Okay, get comfortable here. Okay, I'm Chuck Pyburn, and I am the author of the book Essays on Order, books 1 through 4 in the complete edition. There's nothing real easy about the essays. It wasn't meant to be, it's never going to be. And I just wanted to take a few minutes here and talk about order and chaos. And the precursor to order and chaos are those moments in time when we really have to try to get a handle on how we want to live our life. The first moment I want to talk about is the moment of opportunity. That's the freebie. The moment of opportunity is where you can think about anything you want to think about. You can pretend you're anybody you want to be. You can pretend you can do anything you want to do. It's the one where you think about buying the boat. Your friends talk about, why don't you get with us and we'll go do this or we'll go do that. And it's all talk. So the moment of opportunity is you're thinking about it. You might even be talking about it, but you physically have not done anything. That's what makes it a freebie. Until you physically do something, it's just talk or you're just thinking about it. And that's cool. I do it a lot. But I've done it a lot. The next moment in time that brings us closer to order and chaos is the moment of decision. The moment of decision is where you kind of take the bull by the horns and you say, I'm going to do this. And there's key words that people use when they talk about the moment of decision that tell you everything you want to know about what's going to happen. If you hear words like, I want, I should, this ought to be pretty easy. I mean, anything that doesn't bespeak of commitment, fortitude, the attitude of accomplishment, if the words just don't have the strength, then what you're looking at is a failed proposition. Words that do give you the sound of strength. I can, I will, I must. I must is a pretty strong word. You must is a pretty strong little phrase there. So the moment of decision is when you physically commit to an action. And when you physically commit, that's when your life experience starts rolling. That's when you get every minute that passes by on the moment of decision brings you a minute closer to the end result of order or chaos. Now, the third moment is going to be the moment of commitment. The moment of commitment is one of my favorites because that's the moment when you can turn back. You can say, no, this is not going to work. This is not a good idea. I don't see the end result being what it needs to be. Or it could be, yeah, we're going to pull this off. We can make this happen. I've got all the resources in place. Got all the right people doing the right things. But it's the moment when you could easily back out without any penalty. You might have lost some money, you might have lost some time, you might have lost some resources. Nothing that can't be replaced except time. And again, from the moment of opportunity to the moment of decision, you've gained experience. So I wouldn't exactly call that a waste. But that moment of commitment, that's where you can easily back out. Or you have to go full bore to make this thing turn out the way you want it to. The next moment, or the last moment, will be the moment of result. Now, between the moment of commitment and the moment of result, you can have highs and lows. You can have successes. You can have little failures. But the activity is continuous. It doesn't stop. You only get to the end result when that activity no longer exists. And it'll fool you. You'll think that because you've made a lot of money on this opportunity, that the end result is order. No. Until it's done, you do not have the final result. And the final result is only going to be order or chaos. Not both, not somewhere in the middle. It's all order or it's all chaos. If it's order, then that means your entire opportunity through activity was completely successful, done deal. You can close the books on that activity. Everybody came out ahead, put it behind you, and move on to the next opportunity. If the end result is chaos, then somebody got hurt. Physically, emotionally. That's the bad thing about teamwork. There's no dead in teamwork. But somebody got hurt. If the end result is chaos, it's not going to be pretty. And if the end result is chaos, you're going to come, if you survive it, you're going to come away with the memory of what that chaos did, who it did it to, and it's going to be burned into your brain, and it will stay there until you die. And if the end result is chaos, the only way that chaos can end is if all of the participants in that activity are also dead. Can the chaos be undone? Absolutely not. The chaos can be mitigated, but not by you. It can be mitigated by somebody else that's trying to lessen the damage, sweep away the debris. You can't fix it. You can only deal with it and move forward. Now, order and chaos, totally both unforgiving to the last second. Order, you want that to be a way of life. You want to stay away from chaos. Chaos, somebody gets hurt. Now, the essays on order there's a tremendous amount of energy in the essays on order. And I would not have put that amount of energy out there without giving you some avenue of approach. And that avenue is going to be in the manner of an agent. I've chosen William Todd Watlington Sr. to be the agent for the essays on order. Todd, his parents are exceptional people. Todd is an exceptional person. He's well educated. He's honest as the day is long, and he makes up his own mind. Now, the obligation and/or requirements to Todd on behalf of the essays on order are zero. Todd does not have to do or say anything. And on the other side of the coin, Todd can do or say anything. And the reason that I set that up like that is because whenever you have a requirement or somebody says, I want you to do this, it tends to shape your perspective. It gives you a false sense of motivation. You're doing something for someone or something else and not for yourself. And so it modifies your approach and how you want to move forward. And in the case of Todd, if he does decide to do anything with the essays on order, I want it to be because he chose to do it. Not because he had to, but because he wants to. And that's fine with me, and it's fine with the book as well. And if you're one of the lucky folks out there that get the chance to speak to Todd, I strongly recommend you take advantage of it, because it's not going to come around too often. His time is as valuable as anybody else's, and I would try to spend more time listening than I do talking. Okay, that pretty much wraps up my little spiel here. I do wish you guys the best on reading the essays on order. I know it's a tough read. It's tough by design, and I'm going to drag it out. Godspeed, and y'all take care.